begin. How God created it by hand. From mighty mountains to the raging sea, to every leaf on every single tree. It's in the holy book. Just open up and take a look. It's a story for young and old, the greatest story ever told. So lend an ear and you will hear the greatest story. The greatest story.
Long ago and far away in the city of Jerusalem, a very special visitor came to town. His name was Jesus. He arrived on a beautiful Sunday in spring.
What's happening? Where's everyone going?
Haven't you heard? It's him! He's here! He's finally here!
Oh, who's here?
The king! Come on!
The king? Come on, let's go! There he is! There's Jesus!
Where? Not that fellow on the donkey colt. The king? On a donkey? He should be riding a golden chariot pulled by mighty horses. Are you sure he's a king? He looks so ordinary, like one of us.
He may not look special, but did you hear what he's done? He's done the most amazing things to help people. Even when Jesus is very busy, he takes time to bless children.
There was a beggar who had been blind all his life. Jesus touched him, and you know what happened? The blind man could see. And that's not all. I heard Jesus went to a wedding, and there wasn't enough wine. So he took barrels of water and turned them into wine. Water into wine? That's nothing. I heard he knows how to walk on water. Oh, he's such a wonderful, nice man. Make way! Make way!
Yo! There
Come
he
on,
goes.
donkey. There's a good donkey. Come on. Good thinking, Andrew. Which way do you want to go, Jesus?
Let's go to the temple. I'm excited to get back to my father's house of prayer.
To the temple. Come on. This way.
It's been a busy morning. The temple will be quiet and peaceful.
No, it's okay. It's okay. The people don't care. You can bring the donkey in the temple with you.
You said this was a place of worship.
Well, the more money you spend, the better the blessing.
It should be a house of prayer to honor God, not to make money. It looks like an animal farm in here. Leave here, all of you. Now. Let's go.
Not everyone was happy to see Jesus. Some priests in the temple were very jealous that everyone liked Jesus more than they liked them. They didn't believe that he was the king.
Hey! Very important to remember the true nature of Chad Jesus. Happy Easter, everybody! Happy Easter! Happy Easter, how you doing? How you doing? Shoutouts to everybody locked in from early. Stay Dugan's in the house. Cindy Bailey's in the house. Man like Dirk from Texas in the house. Free Consciousness in the house. Free Consciousness is finished. He is risen. Happy Easter. Chad says, just got my Marcus mask. Yeah, baby. What? They haven't shit. Oh, you've just ordered your Marcus mask. You Chad. You absolute Chad. My eyes aren't working properly yet. It's so early in the day, my eyes aren't properly working. Isn't that weird? They're all blurry and shit. I need to drink more liquids. Woo! Doobie. Cedric says, still catching up on the end of the WOV stream. What was that? Oh, Wheel of Vibes. Did it not get blocked? Amazing. What up, Sway, producer? Matthew Felty, what's up? Came through with a $5 super chat. How nice. Says, greatest day, woo! Greatest day, woo, indeed. Chad says, yes, I just got my mask gang. Free Consciousness says, to God be the glory. That's right. What's up, JC the Lionheart? What up? Quacker Rooney, happy Easter, my British friend. Amanda Dances is in the house. JC the Lionhouse is in the house. Free Consciousness is in the house. Matthew Felty's got a message. But the angel said to the women, do not be afraid, for I know that you seek Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here. He has risen, as he said. Come see the place where he lay. Free Consciousness, do not be afraid. Press wave. Pro lessons, Jesus lives. Michael says, hey, shouts out to Melee. Free Consciousness, dang, it's a Cherry Blossom t-shirt day today, you already know. Free Consciousness says, Jesus! Dr. says, Christ is the way. Yes, we in the house. Amanda dances, Jesus Rockstar, Stone Star. Did you like my thumbnail? Did you like my thumbnail? I was up so late making that thumbnail. I went through many aborted iterations of what the thumbnail was going to be. I gotta make more thumbnails because we're doing multiple streams today. Because it's a special day. But anyway, and it was one of those things, you know, when you're like really tired and you're like, you know, things aren't working. My wife's like, just come to bed and just do it in the morning. It's like, no, it must be done now. The people must be there ahead of time. And then it struck me. Powerful Chad Jesus bursting out of cave. Of course! Of course that was the right thing to do. Now I'm like, man, that's like my whole aesthetic now. I just want like t-shirts of that and murals of that. Amanda says, reminds me of this Bible I had as a kid. It was an Easter gift. It had amazing artwork. Tahani! I recently heard that the #1 most repeated phrase in the Bible is, "Do not be afraid." Fear is the mind killer. Chad, our Lord spent 3 days and nights to suffer our sins. Praise the Lord! Man Like Primal Movers says, gang, done. Happy Easter, bro. Happy Easter, you legend. Happy Easter!
Akira. Even those that are supposedly born and never lose touch with the knowledge of their true nature, they are not much help to humanity because they don't know how to meet anybody where they are. In order to be of help to humanity, you have to take the pathways yourself. You have to take the pathways yourself that you are then going to suggest to others. And there was a beautiful comment Darfrey John made. He said a beautiful thing. He said, I had to become like you so that you could become like me. I had to become like you
You're always up.
so that you could become like me. He claimed to have been born without forgetting his true nature. But he realized that he was of no use to humanity in that condition. So he consciously forgot his own nature so as to have to find pathways for himself back home in order to then make those pathways available to other people. And hence he said, I had to become like you in order for you to become like me. I had to become like you in order for you to become like me.
Matthew Felty. That's funny, I just noticed that. Says, Happy Easter. For your information, banner from last stream still up. I literally just noticed. What wonderful timing. Thank you.
I can't comment on his experience, but it's a beautiful idea. Even if one is born in the full knowledge of one's divine identity, even so, to be of service to your community
Rupert Spira there with one of my favorite Easter songs. Maybe my favorite Easter song. I Had to Become Like You.
So there's
Chad, you said you got a mask. That must mean... That can't mean that you got your mask delivered because they have not been manufactured. That will be happening tomorrow. Tomorrow, isn't that crazy? JC the Lionheart, what's up? Appreciate you. Yeah, tomorrow. It's the last day of the campaign, which is crazy. I didn't know that the last day of the campaign would fall on Easter. How auspicious. When I started it, it did not occur to me that the last day would be Easter. And yeah, that's deeply auspicious and beautiful. Let's check where we're at before we play some lovely songs. Celebrate the glory. Last time we checked, we had 111 bankers. We were 13,104. And look at us now with the power of Chad. With the power of Chad, we're on 13,394, which means we are very close to our net stretch goal of bringing back Wilma. The return of Wilma. Lots of people have been saying bring back Wilma. We hit 13k. That means later today we're gonna be playing a brand new, incredible Goggins song. And that means that not only we are very close to Wilma is the next one. That means we're super close to the unreleased William Shatner song, which is actually a finished song. It's mastered and everything. And it's a legendary unreleased masterpiece, actually inspired by Mama Don. Mama Don sent me the clip of William Shatner, and I was immediately inspired to turn it into a song because it was so beautiful. It made me cry. Of course, those that know the MEANINGWAVE lore will be aware. It caused the legendary Star Trek actor to go full Dark Wonka on Akira when he tried to get permission, and has therefore remained in the MEANINGWAVE vaults, but we will play it when we hit 15k. So back that campaign today. Hit the link in the description, hit the link in the pinned chat, or type in meaningwave.com and click my beautiful face, and you can go back this campaign. The campaign's aim, of course, is to bring meditations to the world. Woo! Shouts out to Chad. We appreciate you, bad man.
So there's a line in the New Testament where Christ says that no one comes to the Father except through him, which is a hell of a thing for anyone to say. I am the way and the truth and the life.
Whoa!
That's another one. Here's the idea. It's as if there's a spirit at the bottom of things that is involved in the bringing to being of everything. People talk about evolution as a random process, but that's not true. The mutations are random, but the selection mechanisms are not random. What are the selection mechanisms? Human females are very sexually selective. That's why you have twice as many female ancestors as male ancestors. So the male failure rate for reproduction is twice that of the female. How is it that males succeed differentially? Females reject. They reject on the basis of what? And the answer is, well, it's something like competence. How is competence defined? Well, men put themselves in hierarchies and they vote on each other's competence. Let's say you decide to follow the best leader in a battle. Well, then you don't die. Like, he might get all the women, but you don't die, so at least you're still in the game. And it might be the same if you're following the greatest hunter. And the greatest hunter wouldn't be the person who was best at bringing down the game. It would be the person who was best at bringing down the game and sharing it and organizing the next hunt and all of that. What that means to some degree is that there's a spirit of mass is that that's actually reflective of a deeper metaphysical reality that has to do with the nature of consciousness itself. I think that's true. I believe the biological case, and I believe the biologically reductive case, but I don't think that exhausts it. There's a metaphysical layer underneath that the biology is a genuine reflection of. And that's the macrocosm above and the microcosm below. We are really reflective, including in our consciousness, of something about the structure of reality itself. And that might involve whatever it is that God is. Well, that's God. God is the future to which we make sacrifices. That's God. God is the voice of conscience. That's God. God is the source of judgment and mercy and guilt. That's God. God is what calls and what responds in the eternal call to adventure.
That's good. Happy Easter, you beautiful things. How you doing anyway? What's cracking with you? How are you celebrating today? How are you spending this beautiful day? Hercules and Mama Don are up to all sorts of Eastery things while Mama Don is simultaneously wrenching. Hercules is very excited. He loves Easter. He loves Easter. That cartoon I was showing at the beginning, we might watch some more of that later. They watch that every day. Not every day, sorry, every Easter. Every Easter, Hercules watches that cartoon. Hey, he loves it very much. Free consciousness says, share the blessed stream. Exactly. Shecky says, what do I order to get the trading card? Oh, that's a very good point. Now, the trading card was a part of the stretch goal for the Meditations 1 vinyl, and which is shipping very, in a matter of days or something. The trading card is in production right now. That was the last piece of the puzzle, and it's amazing. Maybe we should get more trading cards and have them available to people on this campaign as well. What do you think, Mama Don? What do you think, Mama Don? Woo! Wow.
If you discover in life anything better than justice, self-control, truth and courage in this life.
Wow.
If anything better than a mind satisfied, that is succeeding in enabling you to question that is
Satisfied to accept.
beyond its control. If you
discover in life.
don't let it go. If you find anything better than that, embrace it without reservations. Enjoy it to the full. But if nothing higher is revealed, then the very divinity that's within you, the thing that's injected is held to all your appetites. Examines all your thoughts, as Socrates used to say. Detach yourself from sense and submit it to the gods, and cares for all mankind. If you find there's nothing of greater value than this, you look for nothing else, for anything that might lead you astray, might tempt you off the path and leave you unable to devote yourself completely to achieving the honor and goodness that is uniquely yours. It would be wrong for anything to stand in the way. The applause of the crowd, the power, the pleasure.
discover in life.
Justice, self-control, truth and courage in this life. Anything better than mine. Satisfied that it succeeded in enabling you to act rationally and satisfied to accept what's beyond his control.
Whoa!
If you
discover in life,
don't let go.
Yo.
So simply of your own free will. Pick the better and stick to it. And what's best is for the better, for that's what benefits me
as a rational being.
As a rational being, but as an animal, just say so. And stand your ground without making a show. Just make show. You make a choice that won't betray you. Discovering life, anything better than justice, self-control, truth and courage in this life. Anything better than mine. Satisfied that it succeeded in enabling you to act rationally and satisfied to accept what's beyond his control. If you discover in life anything better than justice, don't let go.
Yeah, yeah. Don't let go. Boom. Better Than Justice, Akira The Don and Marcus Aurelius from Meditations Volume 2. Where my crawl at? There you go, Meditations Volume 2 is coming. We're crowdfunding that right now. It's the final day. It's the final day of the crowdfunding situation. Final day, 16 hours left according to this. Hang on, let me refresh. Get the actual. We should have a timer. A timer, you say? Yeah, a timer. We got 16 hours left. Aiming at the ultimate stretch goal of 55k. Aim. You got to have an aim. If you don't have an aim, you're aimless. What are you without an aim? You're an aimless thing. The ultimate aim is we're aiming at 55k, at which point we can travel to the USA, get visas, and play shows. Play shows in the UK, in the USA. Sorry, UK, not UK, USA. Shows. That's what people have been asking me for pretty much every day since 2017. So that's what we're aiming at. Also, we're aiming at unlocking a vinyl edition of Meditations Volume 2 at 35k. Revealing the third and fourth singles from the record. A magnet for everybody. A demo version of the album for everybody. Playing a brand new Alan Watts song that's been 2 years in the making. Is very epic, massive string section, glorious masterpiece. Unlocking call-in show. And we're very close to that unreleased William Shatner song and the bringing back of Wilma. So go back this campaign. Also, there's talk of trading cards. We have this trading card. And Mamadan thinks we should get more trading cards printed so that everyone who backs this campaign gets a trading card. Is that right, Mamadan? Is that what we think? Is that what we think? Everyone loves trading cards. Trading cards are great. Civ Cypher says, but how do magnets work? I don't know, the correct question is fucking magnets, how do they work? Excuse me. I apologize. But I was just quoting a great man. A great clown man. Who wants to hear more Marcus Aurelius? Who wants to hear more Meditations 2? Oh, you do? What? Happy Easter, Chad. Happy Easter, everybody.
Got something is doing you good. Never regard something is doing you good. If it makes you break your word, or lose your self-respect that makes you hate, suspect or execrate. It can't be doing you good if it makes you act a hypocrite or to desire for anything best done behind closed doors. A man who puts first his own mind and divinity and the holy rights of its excellence makes no scene, no wailing, no gnashing of teeth, no anything, needs no solitude nor no company. Above all, you'll be free from fear and desire, from fleeing or flying from death, carrying how many hours your soul and your body got left. If it's time for you to go, leave willingly, even if you must depart immediately, you will go readily, as if you were going to do anything that can be done with order and with decency, and concentrate on this your whole life long. The state your mind is in is never foreign to a reasonable social being. Never regard something as doing you good if it makes you break your word or lose your self-respect that makes you hate, suspect or execrate. It can't be doing you good if it makes you act a hypocrite or to desire for anything best done behind closed doors. In the mind of one chastened and purified, no wound, no abscess you will find. His life's not cut short by death, in the manner of an actor who left before he played his role, before the story's told, before the play is over, before the curtain falls. In him is nothing servile, no lies, no exaggerations, no clinging or disdain, no excuses nor evasions. Never regard something as doing you good if it makes you break your word or lose your self-respect that makes you hate, suspect or execrate. It can't be doing you good if it makes you act a hypocrite or to desire for anything best done behind closed doors.
Wow. Behind Closed Doors from
A recorded human civilization.
From Meditations Volume 2. That's the second single. That's going to be out on all platforms this Thursday at midnight. Yeah, it is. And, okay. Yes. And is magnificent, of course. And before that, it was Better Than Justice, and that's on all platforms now. You can enjoy that, and both of those are from Meditations Volume 2. The album, which is coming out on April 17th. No, it's not. I don't know why I always think that. It's April 19th. I don't know why 17 lodged in my brain as a number, but it did. Either way, we have a new backer, apparently. Switch. Backer number 113 is Tahani. Where's she at? Where'd her message go? Tahani. Just back the campaign, feeling righteous. Happy Easter. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I gotta adjust my figures now. We are now... Look at that. We are so close to Wilma right now. We are just 579 USD away from the return of Wilma. Bloody hell. Amazing. Shouts out to Hani, aka 113. Hey. Quick math. Is my math right? 579. Of course my math is right. Quick math. Whoa! Yeah. Did we get... Actually, I think we should text each other about this. Marmadan, text me about the trading card situation. I think everyone should get trading cards. What do you reckon? Nicholas Young says, you get what you deserve. Yeah, I think people deserve trading cards. Sip Cypher, hello. Says, my brother says you're a top-tier musician. I was playing Doonwave while we were working one day, and you mistook your riffs for some metal band that the kids used to listen to in the 2010s. I wonder who that was. Well, shouts out to your brother. Yeah. He is risen!
Therefore, take no thought for the morrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient
Megadeth, I love Megadeth.
Is the evil thereof.
I mean, I was listening to them in the 90s.
Spent a long time trying to figure out what that meant, too, because it's another one of those lines that can easily be read as pro-grass.
Dave Mustaine is a G.
Remember the old fable of the grasshopper and the ant? Maybe not. I'm not going to tell it, but the ant works and the grasshopper fiddles. The ant has a pretty good time in the winter and the grasshopper dies.
Oh!
And so this is like a pro-grasshopper line, but it's not. It says something else. It says that if you orient yourself properly and then pay attention to what you do every day, that works. That works. That works. That works. And you can live in the day.
Boom!
You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name that makes every moment supercharged with meaning. Live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name that makes every moment supercharged with meaning. The world shifts itself around your aim. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name in order to do something. You're an aiming creature. You look at a point and you move towards it. It's built right into you. And so you have an aim. Well, let's say your aim is the highest possible aim. That sets up the world around you. It organizes all of your perception, what you see and you don't see, your emotions and your motivation. So you organize yourself around that aim, and then what happens? The day manifests itself as a set of challenges and problems, and if you solve them properly, you stay on the pathway towards that aim, and you can concentrate on the day. And so that way, you get to have your cake and eat it too. Because you can point into the distance, the far distance.
Yeah!
Point into the distance, the far distance. And you can live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name that makes every moment supercharged with meaning. Live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name that makes every moment supercharged with meaning. If everything that you're doing is related to the highest possible aim that you can conceptualize, well, that's the very definition of the meaning that would sustain you in your life. Well, and then the issue is back to Noah. Well, all hell's about to break loose and chaos is coming. It's like when that's happening in your life, you might want to be doing something that you regard as truly worthwhile. Because that's what will keep you afloat when everything is flooded. And you don't want to wait until the flood comes to start doing that. Because if your ark's half built and you don't know how to captain it, the probability is very high that you'll drown. And you can live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name that makes every moment supercharged with meaning. Live in the day. You're a creature that has a name.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to have a name that makes every moment supercharged with meaning.
Whoa! I was booming some Sympogony of Destruction on a pair of Punch 15s in May 84, Blazer back in the early 90s. Just killed it. What he said was what's going on, gang? Someone said something about nihilism. What was it? That's a good thing. Nothing makes me sadder, says Nicholas Young. Nothing makes me sadder than seeing people I care about fall into nihilism. Meaning is the answer. That's right.
You want grace? Well, ask God, maybe he'll give it to you. And the theologian will tell you, yes, God gives his grace freely. He gives it to all because he loves all. It's here like the air. All you have to do is receive it. Or a more orthodox, a Catholic Christian would say, all you have to do is to be baptized, to take the holy sacrament of the altar, the bread and wine, the body and blood of Christ, and there is the grace right there. And it's given by these simple physical means so that it's very easily and readily available. Well, a lot of people got baptized. And it doesn't always take. People fall from grace. Why do they? You see, we're just talking about the same old problem. But we've put it a step up.
Boom!
But it's the same problem. How can I improve myself? Was the first problem. The second problem is, you want grace. You want grace. You want grace. You want grace. How can I accept grace? They're both the same problem. Because you got to make a move. Which will put yourself out of your own control into the control of a better. If you don't believe in the Christian kind of a God, you can believe in the Hindu kind of a God, who is your inner self. You see, you've got a lower self, which you can call your ego. That's that little scoundrelous fellow, always out for me. But behind the ego, there is the Atman, the inner self, the inward light, as Quakers would call it, the real self, the spirit, which is substantially identical with God. So you've got to meditate in such a way that you identify with your higher self. How do you do that? Well, you start by watching all your thoughts very carefully, watching your feelings, watching your emotions, so that you begin to build up a sense of separation between the watcher and what is watched. You want grace.
Whoa!
You want grace.
Who wants grace? Shecky does.
You want grace.
Nicholas Young. Come all who are thirsty. Come to the woods. What up?
longer carried away by your own stream of consciousness. You remain the witness, impassively, impartially, suspending judgment and watching it all go on. That seems to be something like progress. At least you're taking an objective view of what is going on. Of what is going on. You are beginning to be in a position to control it. But just wait a minute. Who is this self behind the self? The watching self. Can you watch that one? It's interesting if you do. Because you find out, of course, that this is just as the problem of grace is nothing more than a transposition of the first problem. How am I to be unselfish? By my own power. It becomes, am I to get grace by my own power?
Oh, ye little faith. Oh, ye little grace. Michael, PNW survivor, says, I lost my financial aid for school, and I'm debating if I should keep on it or not. Well, here's the question. Is the only reason you're going because you got financial aid, or is it because you want to go? That's the question. If you want to go, if you really, really want to go, then you should keep going. And you should keep going in faith that what you need to do it will be provided. Me and my homie Wade, we had this thing called, well, we still do, called goldfish theory, right? And it was based on observing our goldfish. And we found with our goldfish, you know, we had these little goldfish and they were in this little tank, you know. And then we got a bigger tank, you know, and they grew. They grow to fit the tank. And then if you take one of these goldfish out of the big ass tank and you put it in a pond, the motherfucker get like that big, right? You get like that big goldfish. And that's pretty crazy. You realize that the you know, whatever size situation you put the goldfish into, it grows to fit that situation. And we found it was the same was true in our lives, you know? Wade, for example, he was like decided to test this theory. And he decided to rent an apartment in a nice bit of London that he really couldn't afford. But he rented it, thinking, well, I'll just be forced to like suss out how to be able to afford it. And what happened was, like, that week he got given a DJ gig that was a new regular DJ gig that basically covered the rent. He wasn't expecting that. He didn't think it was, you know, there was no reason to think that was going to happen. And I found that to be the case in life. You know, whenever I've kind of stepped up to something large, goldfish theory seems to kick in. And I grow to fit the situation. You know, there's so many occasions. Whether it's, I often talk about the story where, you know, I was in this band and they didn't want to stop rehearsing, and I booked as a gig, so we were forced to write songs, you know. We were forced to just go and perform this gig. And then the gig was awesome. We got offered loads of other gigs. You know, someone from a record label heard one of my songs and thought it was great and asked if I had more. And I said, sure I do. And I didn't. So I wrote some songs, and one of those songs was Oh What a Glorious Thing. So the thing is, you got to act in faith. And we've talked about faith on this show. But that's what it is. You know, you got to be able to step off the cliff, knowing that God will catch you. That's the only way it works. If you hold your breath, worried that another breath might not come, you will die.
Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if God so clothes the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you?
Oh, ye of little faith. Oh, ye of little faith. Oh, ye of little faith. Oh, ye of little faith.
Shall he not
much more
clothe you? Therefore, take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? Those are famous lines. That's sort of Christ the hippie, right? It's like, hey, let it all hang out, do your thing, and everything will come to you. But that's seriously not the proper interpretation, because there's a kicker with this. And the kicker is this. For your heavenly Father knows you have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Little five.
Shouts out to everybody locked in. What's up? What's up, Nicholas Young? Shecky, what's up? Eric Hansen, what's up? Happy Let's Fail to Shut That Hippie Up Day. Exactly.
And all these things shall be added unto you.
Yeah, that was a big fail. Big fail. What was it Hercules said about Jesus that time? It was like 2 years ago, or so. It was maybe longer. He was like very small when he said it. He said something along the lines of, you know what's cool about Jesus, Dada? I said, what? He goes, they tried to take him out, but he just ended up T-posing on everybody for all time. And that's true.
The kingdom of God and his righteousness.
Eric Hansen, happy nailing enlightened hippie to a bit of wood to make him shut up so he can paint Eggs Day. Didn't work out for him. Nicholas Young says, this song hit me right when I needed it. 2 years ago to the day, I took a leap of faith to run my own business as my sole source of income. 4/1/22 was day one. And how did that work out for you, Nicholas Young? You took a step. Took a step. Every time you take a step, that's faith, right? Because, like, you know, you're putting your foot forward, it could go in a hole. It could not meet land. You have to act in faith in everything you do.
And all these things shall be added unto you.
Yeah? It's action, that's right. Christopher Bartley says, one of my favorite songs. Nicholas Young says, that's what faith is, acting as if what you believe is true. Exactly.
Seek ye first.
And then it becomes true.
Then his righteousness.
Why would that be?
And all these things shall be added unto you.
Come on! What's up, Rick Adelcy? Oh, ye of little faith. Last day to back the campaign. How much longer have we got?
God and his righteousness.
Last day of the campaign.
And all these things shall be added unto you.
15 hours. Wait, did we get a new backer? Did we have 114 before? I thought we had 113. I think we had a new backer. Shouts out to the new backer.
Seek ye first.
Unless I'm tripping.
And his righteousness.
Anyway, 15 hours. Click the link in the description to back this campaign now. We're very close to bringing Wilma back. I don't know how you'll feel about that. And then the next stretch goal is unreleased William Shatner song, and it's going to make you cry. If you want to back the campaign and you don't want a perk, by the way, then you can. People have been asking about that. Just on desktop, just hit the See Options button, and you can just enter something there. But, you know, I think the CDs are good. You should definitely get some CDs. Vinyl is obviously great. You know, obviously being a supporter is cool. You could be a supporter. I was thinking the mask is amazing. I love my mask. It's an exact replica of my mask. You can also get the full digital music catalog at a third of the price it would cost you getting it on Bandcamp or iTunes. And it's cheaper even than on the website where we normally have it for 50% off. So you could get that. You could be a producer. We have 3 producers currently, although it says 2. We have 3, Jessica, Richard, and Sway. And you could also be a benefactor. So hit the link in the description and consider backing this campaign and helping us bring meditations to the world.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. And all these things shall be added unto you. That's a lot different than the hippie thing.
Bucko!
That's a lot different than the hippie thing.
That's
a lot different than the hippie thing. That's a lot different than the hippie thing, right? That's a lot different than the hippie thing. That's a lot different than the hippie thing.
Right.
That's a lot different than the hippie thing.
Bucko!
That's a lot different than the hippie thing, right? There's a very, very, very interesting idea here. It's certainly one of the most profound ideas that I've ever encountered. If you configure your life so that what you are genuinely doing is aiming at the highest possible good, then the things that you need to survive,
Nick's in the chat, let's go, make some noise!
On a day-to-day basis will deliver themselves to you. If you dare to do the most difficult thing that you can conceptualize, your life will work out better than it will if you do anything else.
What?
Well, how are you going to find out if that's true? There's no way you're going to find out whether or not that's true unless you do it. You have to be all in
this game. All in this game. All in
this game. All in
this game. Oh, you little fake. Oh, you little fake. Oh, you little fake. Oh, you little fake. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Sif Cypher, LMAO, T-Post to dominate the Gentiles. Gentile or Gentile? Gary Smith, best Easters today with Akira The Don and my dog Sandra. Yeah! I'm going blind again. I need water. Nicholas Young filled us in. So Nicholas Young was saying, what was Nicholas Young saying that was very cool? Nicholas Young said, this song hit me right when I needed it 2 years ago to the day. I took a leap of faith to run my own business as my sole source of income. 4/1/22 was day one. And we asked, you know, oh, how's that working out for you, buddy? And Nicholas Young says, making more money and have more freedom than ever before. And it's all the fruit of my labor. Righteousness. That right there is righteousness, see? So if you do the most difficult thing, your life will work out better than if you do anything else. Can confirm. Can confirm. Sif Cypher, the kicker line goes hard and now the faith comes in. Boom! Exactly that. Man like Richard, the producer's in the house. Yeah! Says, happy Easter with the family, love y'all. One final push for the campaign. Let's go! Exactly. Exactly. We're very close to unlocking Wilma, which puts us very close to unlocking Shatner. We'll be playing that new Goggins later today. Oh my goodness. Blessed, blessed be.
effortless effort, the individual changes his policy. And a good example of this method of changing is in the selection of an adequate vocal coach if you intend to take singing lessons. In the, shall we say, robusto style, the principal problem was to open your mouth and bellow. And nearly all, or many, of the older singers were quite content and happy if they could rattle the chandeliers in the back of the opera house. Then it was gradually discovered that this was the best way to ruin a voice that there was.
Yeah.
These voices were damaged, and damaged terribly. Today we know that the best way to learn to vocalize is to reduce effort. Today we know that the best way to learn to vocalize is to reduce effort. The principal problem that every singer has to get rid of is his own throat. If he could lose it, he would sing better. Get his mind off of the noise he is making. Relax. And allow the breath to move as it will. And if he controls the breath with a minimum of mental energy, he will produce a pure tone. Well, if he gets behind it and shoves with everything he has, he will develop only a badly pressured, badly trained voice. Today we know that the best way to learn to vocalize is to reduce effort. Today we know that the best way to learn to vocalize is to reduce effort. Same thing in life. Same thing in life. Same thing in life. The economy of life is to use a minimum amount of energy to obtain maximum result. Minimum amount of energy, maximum result. Minimum amount of energy, maximum result. Minimum amount of energy, maximum result. Same thing in life. Minimum amount of energy, maximum result. Same thing in life. Minimum amount of energy.
Go!
Maximum result.
That's right, baby. This song taught me a lot, you know.
Maximum result.
I mean, that's why I made these songs, right?
Amount of energy.
This one been very useful to me.
Same thing in life. Minimum amount of energy.
Maximum result.
Same thing in life. Minimum amount of energy.
Eric, happy Jesus getting free this day. Sif,
Amount of energy.
is that why Akira's voice has gotten so smexy over the years?
Minimum amount of energy.
That's a good question. My voice has definitely improved.
Same thing in life.
Like I said, I do implement
Maximum result. Same
the
thing.
lessons of this magnificent record. Shouts out to Manly P. Hall.
Maximum result.
Who wants more Manly P. Hall in the MU?
Energy. Maximum result.
Let me know. And thank you for saying so, Sif. That's nice to say nice things. I appreciate when people say nice things. Hey, one thing that's been happening lately, you'll be glad to know, is I've been getting some haters back again. I've been getting some haters, some dedicated haters, doing some dedicated hating. And that's always a great sign, you know. In the words of, who was it who said? Was it Young Jock or someone? If you ain't got haters, you ain't popping ninja. If you ain't got haters, you ain't popping, right? So it's a bit like, you know, where I talk about how synchronicities I use as signposts. And the more synchronicities I see, the closer I know I am to the path. And when they start drying up a bit, you're like, oh shit, I must have deviated somewhat from the path. I need to recalibrate, right? Now, haters are a bit like that, right? If you're chasing big things, if you're thinking it, dreaming it, and doing it, if you're going hard, if you're aiming it large, right? You're gonna get haters, you know what I mean? Lots of reasons for this. One reason you get haters is like when you look at something and you admire it, what you're seeing is you know, everything. It's like the world works like a mirror, right? So if you've got like a good sort of mindset and you look at something and you admire it, right? If you're seeing the good in things, that's because you're seeing the good in you, you know? Maximum result. But what happens with haters is when they see something good that they admire, it shows them what's ugly in them, and that upsets them and they lash out, you know? They're only ever lashing out at themselves. It's never about you. It's never personal. You can never take it personally. It's only ever about them. So you gotta feel bad for these people, you know what I mean? Because they're recoiling from the glory because they feel so, you know, it shows up the ugliness in them, you know? So anyway, good news, guys. I got a bunch of haters right now, and that's great. Because that means that we're doing well. That means that things are going good. That means that we're creating great stuff. And you gotta be aware that the more you do in life and the more cool shit you do, you will get more haters. All right, so you have to be able to deal with that, and you have to understand what that means and what they are. And the most important thing to understand is that it is never personal. It's actually nothing. It's not about you. It's about them, and they hurt him. You know what I mean?
What should move forward in time with me, and what should be let go as if it's dead wood. The more dead wood that you let go of and burn off when you have the opportunity, the less it accretes around you. Dead wood.
Boom!
Dead wood. Dead wood.
It's a Phoenix-like process.
Dead wood. Here's something interesting about forest fires. People have been trying to prevent forest fires for a long time. It's because forest fires burn up the forest, and that can't be good. But here's what happens if you don't let forest fires burn. Forests collect a lot of dry branches, right? Because tree branches die and wood falls on the forest floor and collects. The amount of flammable material keeps increasing with time. And that's not so bad if it's wet. But if the amount of flammable material is increasing and it gets really dry, and then it burns, then you have a real problem. The forest fire can burn so hot that it burns the topsoil right off, in which case you don't have a forest at all anymore, you just have a desert. Dead wood. Dead wood. Dead wood. Dead wood. Dead wood.
Yeah. Shecky says ugly doesn't like beauty. That's right. Seth says it's a great sign demons don't like the church bells. That's actually true. That's so true. Did you see that? Do you know that they've been taking down church bells? Demons do not like them.
Dead wood.
Free consciousness says you must be leveling up. Exactly.
Dead wood.
Free consciousness says pray for your enemies. I mean, you know, the simple way of thinking about it is if someone's pulling you down,
Dead wood.
but by definition, you must be above them.
Dead wood.
And they in hell. That sucks.
Lots of trees are evolved to withstand forest fires of a certain intensity.
Boom!
Some won't even release their seeds unless there's been a fire. And so, a little bit of fire...
I won't release my seed unless there's fire.
...stop everything from burning to the ground. And that's also a really useful insight, a metaphorical insight into the nature of sacrifice, right? It's also a lot easier to let go of something when you're deciding to let go of it, because you've decided yourself that you're done with that. It's a weak part of you. It needs to disappear. You do that yourself, it's much better and much easier than it is if it's taken away from you forcibly, in which case you're very much likely to fight it. Deadwood. Deadwood. Deadwood.
MEANINGWAVE outside of a zone.
Deadwood. As you, Deadwood.
Yeah, we gotta do the international high five. How we not have, man, time is flying by. We've already been in it for an hour and 15 minutes. International high five, let me know where you are and what does Easter mean to you in one word.
Wood.
Let me know where you are and what Easter means to you, you beautiful thing.
Deadwood. As you elevate your aim, you create a judge at the same time. The new ideal, which is an ideal you, that becomes a judge because it's above you. The judge tells you what's useless about yourself, and then you can dispense with it. And you want to keep doing that, and then every time you make a judge that's more elevated, then there's more useless you that has to be dispensed with. And then if you create an ultimate judge, which is what the archetypal imagination of humankind has done, say, with the figure of Christ, you have a judge that says, get rid of everything about yourself that isn't perfect. Deadwood.
Perfect. Perfect.
Deadwood. Deadwood.
Yeah! It's a Phoenix-like process. Deadwood.
It's a Phoenix-like process, right? You're shit. Deadwood.
Boom. Lithuania rebirths, says Seth. Nicholas Young, the world is a mirror. Casey, a new beginning. Eric, Nicholas Young. What?
Deadwood.
Couldn't agree more. Tara, Thunderstorms. What epic name.
Deadwood.
He's risen. That's right. Dewey Evans, Canadian family.
Right, you're shit. Deadwood.
Nicholas Young, Southern California. Easter means that the rebirth possible within all of us every time we clear the dead wood. The old parts of us must die for the new to thrive.
Deadwood.
Matthew Felty, Colorado. Victory! Checky, Coyote Hills, family. Truth and justice.
It's a Phoenix-like process, right? You're shit. Deadwood.
Highest potential, baby, that's right.
Wood.
Mike Can, Alberta, and Grateful. Ruby Kruger, another epic name.
Deadwood.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Easter is redemption.
Deadwood. It's a Phoenix
That's right.
process, right? You're shit. Deadwood.
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 3, 2, 1.
Deadwood.
Bo, 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 bo.
Deadwood. It's a Phoenix-like
Hold that thing!
shedding all those
Feel the power coursing through you.
longer worthy
Of all the homies across space and time. Wow.
that you're valuing. And then I would say the idea here is that as you do that,
Tahani,
you shape
no longer AF.
precisely into
Now Tahani Kiana
can wish
in Scottsboro, Alabama with my boyfriend's family today. Easter means Jesus paid for my sins so I could have an open hotline to the divine. Despite my imperfections. What imperfections?
it can't happen. You know, every one of you knows people who are really bloody useful in a crisis and people that you admire, right? You can think of all those people as partial incarnations of the archetypal Messiah. That's exactly right. Deadwood.
Tech Haven Communications, Gulf Breeze, Florida family. Eric Hansen says, wait, I wasn't ready, do it again, lol. If anyone else wants to do it again, let me know.
Deadwood.
I mean, it's a nice thing to do. Deadwood.
And the more that manifests itself in any given person, then the more general
Cindy Bailey, Middle Tennessee, Transcendence of Suffering.
multitude of situations, and we don't know the limit to that.
We don't know the limits of that. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, fuck it.
MEANINGWAVE. Have you made your ancestors' sacrifice worthwhile today?
Back! Alright, back like you're about to smack someone, but you're not. You're about to go 3, 2, 1, hi!
For example, when you go lift weights, bite off a little more than you can chew, you get stronger.
TNA.
And you do that in the gym. For example, when you go lift weights that are a little heavier all the time. And as a consequence, you develop yourself physically and you turn into who you could be. You turn into more than you are.
Whoa!
Than who you are, you could be. You are more than you are. Than who you are.
There's a mythological trope that I discuss fairly frequently about rescuing your father from the belly of the dragon or the belly of the beast. You see it in The Lion King. You see it when Simba is being initiated by the baboon, and he ends up contemplating himself in a dark pool, and then his father appears in the sky. And then in the Pinocchio story, when he's trying to become a genuine human being, instead of a marionette pulled by other people's strings, or a liar, or a jackass, because those are his alternate destinies, he goes down to the darkest place he could find, the bottom of the ocean, and finds the biggest monster he can look at, and inside he finds his father, and then rescues him.
More than who you are, or you could be. More than who you are. More than you are. More than who you are, or you could be. More than who you are.
The question is, why do you find your father when you look into the abyss? Imagine someone's pursuing a goal. Some of the things they have to accomplish or confront on the way to that goal frighten them, and they start to avoid, and then they get more afraid, and their ability to pursue their goal or to accomplish their goal deteriorates because they're avoiding it. If you're a psychotherapist or even a friend or a supportive loved one, you're going to encourage the person to face the challenges that are making them afraid, to face them voluntarily. What happens as a consequence of that is that the person usually is able to overcome those fears and develop the necessary skill and to prevail. That's partly because, not so much because they get less afraid, but because they get more skilled and more courageous. If you bite off a little more than you can chew, you get stronger as a consequence. And you do that in the gym. For example, when you go lift weights that are a little heavier all the time. And as a consequence, you develop yourself physically and you turn into who you could be. You turn into more than you are. Okay, so if you face fears a little bit at a time, fears and challenges, and you do that voluntarily, then you become
more than who you are. Who you could be. More than who you are. More than you are. More than who you are. Or you could be. More than who you are.
Okay, now let's recast that in archetypal language and make it into a kind of ultimate. If you want to become everything that you could be, then you look into the abyss itself, which is the darkest place that you can possibly contemplate, the terror of mortality and insanity and of suffering. and of malevolence, all of those. It would be like looking into hell, I suppose. And then by voluntarily doing that, you call upon the strongest part of yourself to respond. And the strongest part of yourself is symbolized as the sleeping father nested inside the beast. It's like an answer to Nietzsche's conundrum. If you look long enough into an abyss, then the abyss looks into you. It's like, well, if you look long enough into an abyss, past when the abyss looks into you, you see who you could become in the form of the great ancestral figures nested inside the catastrophe of life. Then you can join them. You can incorporate that and become stronger. And none of that's going to happen without the demand that's placed on you by willing to confront the full terror of life, the reality of suffering and death, the ever-looming presence of malevolence in your own heart and in the heart of other people. So it's evil and suffering. If you do it forthrightly, then you discover who you could be as a consequence. And who you could be is the solution to malevolence and suffering.
Boom. Boom. You hear that?
Could be is the solution to malevolence and suffering.
Boom. Boom. Buzz. Bars.
That inside the darkest place is the heroic ancestor whose identity you could incorporate. Perfect. It's perfect. And I really believe it's true. And what it does is it says that the human being is actually stronger than the greatest challenge that can be set before him or her.
Yo, check it out. It's Raekwon the Chef rocking with Akira The Don, you heard?
Ooh. Just Some Humans says, was the Goggins 2 song played on stream yesterday? No, we're playing it today. That's going to be today. Today, and we have 3 streams today. We have this stream, then there will be another stream, then there will be another stream. This stream will go on... When's this going on? Sorry, actually, I need to work that out. I have to time it. Because, it's Easter, so... we're going to have an egg hunt and, do some Easter activities. And I also have to, prepare bits of stuff for the various streams. It's a pretty intense day. We're very excited. I've still got some mixing to do on that Goggins song as well. I mean, it's an in-progress song. It's not that, it's not finished. But I just want to get it to the point where, I'm happy to play it to you. And it's almost at that point. I have to do a few more little things. Sculpting some delay tails and things of that nature. So basically, we will stream probably for I don't know for how much longer. I'm working out with Wifey. And then I will go do an Easter egg hunt and then mix a bit of Goggins and organize some stuff. And then we'll do another stream. And then I'll stop and do a bit more stuff. And then we'll do another stream. Powerful. Tahani is genius sometimes. The Father stream, the Son stream, and the Holy stream. Where were you at 3 o'clock this morning when I was racking my brain trying to work out how to organize these things properly? That's genius. That's brilliant. That's so good. I'm just going to have to do that next year, I guess. The Father stream, the Son stream, and the Holy stream. Good gosh. Trini stream. I mean, it's kind of working out that way, I guess. This one, of course, is probably more the Father stream. The next one, of course, we'll be doing the Easter egg hunt with Herc, and he'll be coming on the stream at some point. He is the Son. Magical. Shecky says, chat looks so beautiful today. Yes, it does. Speaking of beautiful, so I've been chatting with Mama Dom behind the scenes, and what we're going to do, if you recall, on the Meditations 1 vinyl campaign, which we did last year, and the vinyl's just been finished, which is why we've moved to a new production place. But the vinyl's finished and it's in our fulfillment center. It's been barcoded, and the final thing that's being done is the trading card. There was a trading card unlocked as part of a stretch goal, and the trading card is being printed currently, and once that's printed, we'll be shipping out the vinyl in those trading cards. And the other perks that came, there were some stickers and things. Anyway, some people missed out on that campaign. And what we've also decided to do, because it's important that things are fantastic, is we're spending extra money on making the cards as epic as possible, so they're going to be foil printed. Let me just check the exact detailing on that. So they're going to be foil embossed, I believe is how you say it. Foil embossed trading cards. Yeah, it'll be foil. So anyway, foil Marcus Aurelius trading card, the first Meaning Wave trading card. We're going to do more. And I've just had a chat with Mamadan, and we're going to print up additional ones of those on the super dope card stock and foil embossing, and everyone who backs this campaign on a level where they're ordering something, so they're getting something delivered, will get one of these trading cards. Make some noise. Shecky says, nice foil! John Grady says, shiny cards are best cards. Yeah, everyone knows that. I've recently been I don't do nostalgia, but I've been happily remembering the period of time in the early 90s when there was the comic book speculation craze, and they were printing all these crazy covers, and they were all embossed and shiny and stuff. Tahani goes, woo, trading cards! Yeah, do you want to see it? Do you want to see what it looks like? It's the design, so it's not a photo of the actual card. The card is being printed right now. It's the design. Do you want to see it? See it or surprise? See it or surprise? What? Yeah. What word is bombed? All right. First become a king. First become a king. All right. That's going to be, so the areas there that look sort of gradienty, they're going to be foil embossed. And you can't quite, I don't think you can make out all the various text there, but if you look closely, it says the Meaning Wave Marcus Aurelius Card Series 1. That's Card Series 1, right? Nicholas Young says, when COVID started, I went and bought a ton of 90s comic cards. Cindy Bailey says, need to create a wall of meaning in my home as a display on my vinyls, CDs, and trading cards. Exactly. Wall of meaning, muy importante. You gotta have that wall of meaning. Scoops82 says, beautiful. That's right. Sif says, oi, that's gorgeous. Shecky says, nice. Yeah, it's hype. It's hype. Man like Jake on the design there did an epic job, so that's going to be super cool. It's going to be foil, embossed, lush cardstock, shiny and beautiful. And one day you'll be able to trade them for, other Meaning Wave cards, because this is the Series 1. This is the first one. There's going to be a bunch. So if you want one of these beautiful trading cards, everyone who backs the campaign and gets something sent to them will get one. Let's check that campaign. Doobie doobie doobie. Oh. Hello. Splash. Boom. Hey, look, we got a new backer. Woo! Backer 115. Shouts out to Backer 115. Staying alive. Putting us a mere, what's that? 600 and math 39 away from Wilma. 539. 500, no. 569. 569 away from Wilma by Jove. Thus forth and thus forth, with just 15 hours left to back. Click the link in the description. Let's get Wilma unlocked. Let's get Shatner unlocked. Let's get these live shows happening, baby. Only you can save mankind. MEANINGWAVE to the world.
Yo, check it out. It's great on the show.
Woo! Who's 115? Make some noise. JT says, can't miss out on that trading card. No, you can't. You have to. John Grady, bro, I'll trade you 2 hollow Goggins for your Joker card. Exactly, that's how it's going to be. Amanda dances, how much charisma does Marcus Aurelius have? Exactly. All of these things need to be ascertained.
You have to absolutely and completely ignore business journalists and economist academics.
You do.
Talk about private companies. I won't even name names, but like when a famous economist rails on Bitcoin, or when a business journalist attacks the latest company that's IPOing, it's complete nonsense. Those people have never built anything. They're professional critics. They don't know anything about making money. Those people have never built anything. They're professional critics. They don't know anything about making money. Those people have never built anything. They're professional critics. They don't know anything about making money. All they know is how to criticize and get page views. You are literally becoming dumber by reading them.
Yeah, they don't have even very good at the page views thing. So many of them got sacked this year.
All they know is how to criticize and get page views. You are literally becoming dumber by reading them. You are burning neurons.
Burning neurons. Burning neurons. Word.
I'll leave you with a quote from Nassim Taleb that I liked. If you want to be a philosopher king, first become a king and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher and then become a king. First become a king and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher and then become a king. First become a king and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher and then become a king. First become a king and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher and then become a king. First become a king and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher and then become a king. One of the reasons why we're a little vague in this album is because we're trying to lay down principles that are timeless, as opposed to just giving you the winning lottery ticket numbers from yesterday.
Word! Cedric Edge says, we anywhere near another emoji? I just checked. We are 43. We are 43 new members away from a new emoji.
First become a king, and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher, and then become a king. First become a king, and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher, and then become a boy. First become a king, and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher, and then become a king. First become a king, and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher, and then become a king.
Yeah, yeah.
MEANINGWAVE. Have you made your ancestors' sacrifice worthwhile today?
Thousands of years ago, Plato proposed that all knowledge was remembering. Of course, we don't believe that today because we believe we gather knowledge as a consequence of contact with the world. But you'll see today that the knowledge that I'm going to share with you will strike a deep chord of remembering, and it's because everything that you've done throughout your life is in one way or another predicated on what I'm going to tell you today. I'm going to demonstrate this in a peculiar way, I think, because I'm going to start by telling you a story. And the reason I'm going to do that is because models of the world that include phenomena like consciousness and emotions and motivations and actions and interaction are generally portrayed formally in stories and not in scientific theories. And it does turn out to be that stories themselves have an identifiable structure, even a grammar that makes them comprehensible. Furthermore, Furthermore, it turns out that even the simplest stories, especially if they're elegantly constructed, have an unbelievably profound underlying meaning. Underlying meaning. Unbelievably profound underlying meaning. And you can frequently see this most particularly in children's stories. I remember I showed my son when he was 4 years old the Disney movie Pinocchio, which on the surface of it is a very strange tale, right? It's a wooden puppet who wants to become real, so he has to rescue his father from the belly of a whale.
Whale or no whale, I've got to find my father and rescue him. I've got to go to him, Jimmy. Goodbye.
Pinocchio is a deep, deep story.
Father, I'm gonna save you.
It has echoes that go back 3,000 or 4,000 years to the earliest stories that we know. And it's so rich with information that a child can watch it over and over and over and over. I think my son watched Pinocchio 30 times. Why? Well, it's either because a child can't tell the difference between fantasy and reality, or it's because there's something to those stories that's much more potent than we actually understand. You'll find that in the top 10 highest grossing movies of all time are 4 Disney movies that are animated fairy tales, essentially retelling of mythological stories. They strike a deep chord. Why? Underlying meaning.
He is risen! That's right, Fried Frog.
Underlying meaning.
Happy Easter, everybody. It's a beautiful day to be alive.
Unbelievably profound. Underlying meaning.
Free Consciousness says Pinocchio trading card. Yeah. Unbelievably profound.
Well, Shakespeare was, of course, a great literary figure.
What's cracking, baby?
Perhaps better.
Oh, have you bopped that like?
Which is not surprising, because he said,
You've not yet bopped the like, guy. Please do me a favor and bop the like.
it's a stage, and all the men and women merely players.
Whoa.
They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. And so, following from that, you can imagine that a story is no more about the props in the world than a play that you'll see as props on the stage. The drama is about the manner in which people actually exist, the emotions that they feel, the motivational states they encounter, the problems they have to solve when they interact with each other. And the play's the thing from that particular perspective, in which we can capture those aspects of our experience that are not only real, but essentially human. Essentially human.
Essentially! Go.
Underlying meaning. Underlying meaning.
Unbelievably
profound.
Underlying meaning. Underlying meaning. Oh boy, I don't listen to that song enough. That's a banger. They have their entrances and their exits. Exits and their entrances. Yeah, there's a song on the new Marcus album about that, isn't there? Yo, what? I needed to check on this campaign. Check on campaign. Last day of the campaign, not many days. Oh, look, it's the older version from a few days ago. Look, this was a few days ago. We were in a different world. We had not yet unlocked Goggin songs. We'd not unlocked deluxe CD. Where we at? We got 115. Oh, the number's changed. Who's back at number 115? Who are you? Shouts out to you. We're at 13,503, which is 497 USD away from Wilma. That puts us 1,497 USD away from Shatner's song, which I think I would just play immediately as soon as that happens. And you know, that's not too difficult. That's just basically a producer. That's like a producer in a bit. So one producer. I know we've got more producers out there. That's a couple people getting the masks, CDs, and stickers signed bundle. Muy auspicioso. Oh, hang on. Let's see how long left. And all the men and women, 15 hours. 15 hours. That's crazy. 15 hours to get it. 15 hours to hit 55K and unleash MEANINGWAVE live shows on the world. And that will really make the resentful, miserable types annoyed. Bringing beauty to the world by the glory of MEANINGWAVE. Pledge your allegiance to the wave. Hit the link in the description or the pinned chat and go back this campaign. MEANINGWAVE to the world. Has everyone smashed the like? Inquires Tahani. I don't think so. Nicholas says, I'm working on a hero sleeve tattoo with the universal portions of heroic stories like pulling the sword from the stone, Zelda, Arthur, or slaying the dragon, Zelda, the Hobbit. Zelda is very mytho-poetic. That's why I did that mixtape. Zelda, the hero's journey, is Zelda mixtape. Some of you probably like them. Sif says she has wedgied the like, which seems to be the right thing to do. How you doing out there? Happy Easter, everybody. It's lovely to have you here. What's up, black and blue fans? Hockey team I coached won the championship. Plymouth Wahala 4 Barnstable Red Hawks 3 in overtime. They slayed the dragon that beat them all 4 times during the season. Thanks Akira, Jocko, and Goggins. Come on! Felicidades! That's a sports movie right there. I love a sports movie story.
But a reality to experience. Confine yourself to observing, and you always miss the point of your own life. The object can be stated this way. Live the best life you can. Some never participate. Life happens to them. They get by on a little more than dumb persistence. And resist with anger or violence all things that might lift them out of the resentment-filled illusions of security. Abandon certainty. That's life's deepest command. And that's what life's all about. We are a probe into the unknown.
Into the uncertain.
The mystery of life is
not a problem to solve,
but a reality to experience. The mystery of life
isn't a problem to solve, but a reality to experience. A reality.
Life is a game whose rules you learn if you leap into it and play it to the hilt. Otherwise, you are caught off balance, continually surprised by the shifting play. Non-players often whine and complain that luck always passes them by. They refuse to to see that they can create some of their own luck. Fortune passes everywhere. The joy of living, its beauty, is all bound up in the fact that life can surprise you. Secret to balance. You just have to feel the waves. Survival is the ability to swim in strange waters. The mystery of life
isn't a problem to solve,
but a reality to experience. The mystery of life
isn't a problem to solve,
but a reality to experience.
Go, go, go!
Be prepared to appreciate what you need. There's no mystery about a human life. It's not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced.
Reality
to be experienced. A reality to be experienced.
Happy Easter!
A reality to be experienced.
I kind of want to do an orchestral version just because I really like the strings at the end there. And there's actually strings going on all the time, but they're mixed very, very low. So you don't necessarily know.
It's a beautiful day to be alive here at the peak of recorded human civilization.
Fried Frog, appreciate you, says happiness is a side effect of meaning. Exactly. This is an Easter song.
You know, my mother used to say, a long time ago, whenever there would be any really catastrophe that was in the movies or on the air, she would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers. She would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers. You know, even just on the sidelines. That's why I think that if news programs could make a conscious effort of showing rescue team, of showing who, medical people, anybody who is coming into a place where there's a tragedy, to be sure that they include that. Because if you look for the helpers, you'll know that there's hope. She would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers. She would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers. She would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers. She would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers.
which is true. And that's a beautiful thing to know.
The self, the Godhead, is real. Only the self, the Godhead, is real. Only the self, the Godhead, is real. There is nothing other than the Godhead.
What up? Matthew Felsey, Hebrews 13.6 ESV, so we can confidently say, the Lord is my helper.
There are other things than the God.
I will not fear. What can man do to me? I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Sip! The Saturday morning's party sent me cry of Akira-induced Post Malone at 8 a.m. yesterday. This is about to do it to me too. Let it all out.
Illusion is related to the
Nicholas Young, I'm going to do Aslan on the chest.
And this is why the
shouts out to Aslan.
It's dramatic. It's a play.
Man like Aslan.
Now, when you go to the theater, you know what you're going to see is not for real. But the actor, and you will hope that he will be good at it, is going to try and persuade you that it's for real. So that he will so move you that you are crying or sitting in anxiety upon the edge of your chair. And so the audience is almost persuaded to be taken in.
Yo!
Now what about if this would happen with the very best actor of all? The great actor. The audience would, of course, be completely taken. But in this case, of course, the actor and the audience are the same. The self. The self. The Godhead is real. Only the self. The Godhead is real. Only the self, the Godhead.
Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours.
The Godhead is real.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
There is nothing other than the Godhead.
God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, say this to the people of Israel. I am has sent me to you.
The Godhead is real. Only the self. The Godhead is real.
Broadcasting live from the peak of recorded human civilization. You're listening to Akira The Don.
Well, here's the thing. Science has only proven maybe, I think, 4 things in the history of science. So that's why there's a theory of evolution, even though evolution is I think, certain. It certainly happened. I think evolution certainly happened. Now, I could say to you if I wanted to that it is a theory because they haven't proven it. But I believe it. When I hear Stephen Hawking say there is no God, I go, what kind of scientist is that? I mean, I heard him say that. I heard him say there is no God, it's a fairy tale. That's not a scientist to me. That's the preeminent physicist in the entire world is saying something out of obvious prejudice. I did not hear the whole quote. But I was kind of shocked that
excuse me.
It says like we
Salute.
I don't know when scientists started saying things were unknowable.
That's a new one on me. Unknowable. That's a new one on me. Unknowable. That's a new one on me.
Because that's not a scientific term as far as I know.
Now, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. If you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes.
That's a new one on me.
Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable. And
Perfect.
that's a new one on me. Cause
that's not a scientific term as far as I know.
Yeah. Sif says, bless you, Dad sneezes. What was that, a dad sneeze? That was an Easter sneeze. That was a big nighty Easter sneeze. Was
That's a new one on me.
What's up, Jason?
Because that's not a
Happy Easter, everyone. God bless. Exactly. God bless.
That's a new one on me.
Oh no. I've got another thing to fix. I installed a communication device on this laptop here so I could show you that picture of the Marcus Aurelius trading card. And now the communication device is making noises. Why are they all going to make noises? No one wants a noise. No one wants a noise from you, communication device. We just wanted to look at the beautiful Marcus Aurelius trading card. Where is it? I want to look at it again. There it is. There it is. It's a bit bigger. Look. Everyone who backs the campaign today,
that's not a science.
And by the end of today, gets this card.
That's a new one on me.
And that will be printed in foil. Foil printing. Shiny, lovely foil. The first MEANINGWAVE trading card. A thing of beauty and glory and wonder, like everything we create. We only make things beautiful. And the reason for that is it's very important in this life to make things beautiful and make beautiful things. Make things beautiful and make beautiful things.
That's a new one on me.
I think it's 14 hours left now. Let me check.
That's a new one on me.
Yeah. Yep, 14 hours left to back this campaign. We are 497 USD away from getting Wilma back, 1,497 away from unleashing the legendary, unheard William Shatner MEANINGWAVE song that is guaranteed to make you weep. So if you're waiting for a time to back the campaign, the time is now, baby. Let's get this next stretch goal unlocked.
That's not a scientific term.
As we aim towards hitting 55k and unleashing MEANINGWAVE live shows on the world. The link is in the description, or you could just go to MEANINGWAVE.com.
That's a new one.
Just type in MEANINGWAVE.com. Join the mailing list there. And then hit my beautiful face.
That's not a scientific.
Hey, and back the campaign. Let's go.
I don't think scientists could possibly use that term unknowable because it infers that they can see into the future. I don't have the powers of a scientist. I certainly couldn't prove the existence of the planet Mercury, if that's even a planet anymore. I can prove anything. I'm just taking their word for it. No, I'm all for science because I want them to make things that'll make me live longer and stuff, you know? But I would like eternal life. I would like some proof, one way or the other, that God doesn't exist. I don't care what you prove. Like, at least prove one of them. I don't know when the scientists started saying things were
unknowable.
That's a new one on me.
Unknowable.
That's a new one on me.
Unknowable. Nicholas Young, ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorns, or figs from thistles? Even so, every good tree brings forth good fruit, and a corrupt tree brings forth evil fruit. It's true. You know, they say that by 50 years old, you have the face you deserve. That's something else I've noticed to be true. I mean, physiognomy is obvious even in the very young, but it's undeniable at a certain point. You shall know them by their fruits and by their fucking faces. Splash. Unknowable. Happy Easter, baby. For all who are led by the Spirit of God are sons of God. Or will they say, look, here it is, or there, for behold, the kingdom of God is in the midst of you. Behold, the kingdom of God is in the midst of you. Behold, the kingdom of God is in the midst of you. Fried frog. Man, like fried frog! Just sent us $20 and said, thank you, Akira. You are breathtaking. Thank you, fried frog. Unknowable. Celebrating the third super chat from Fried Frog on stream. God bless. Jason says, my plants love your music. Plants, you know, plants have a very pure taste. Plants only like what is good. Yeah. Unknowable. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your ways to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will act. You hear that? Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your ways to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will act. You gotta have faith, faith. Step. Step. You gotta step.
It's It's a beautiful day to be alive. We give thanks to the ancestors for the miracle they bequeathed us. We vow to not squander this hitherto unimaginable opportunity. Yeah! MEANINGWAVE.
Yo, that gets me pumped.
Akira, you've lived a life dominated by doubt and fear. How do you step into bravery?
Oh!
You know, I actually took this question and I answered the question in one word. Step. Faith. Step. Step into bravery. That's how you step into bravery.
Take.
Step.
All about, whoa.
Step into bravery. That's how you step into bravery. Take. Step aggressively towards your fear. And that step towards your fear is the step into bravery. Because we're scared of what we don't know. And there's only one way to learn and to know. And that is to confront that fear. You have to step.
Whoa!
Step into bravery. That's how you step into bravery. Take the step.
All about, whoa!
Step into bravery. That's how you step into bravery. Take the step. You have to go. And this simple action, this simple attitude, it answers so many questions. So many questions. How do you get to the gym every day? You step. You
go.
How do you change your diet? You step. You go. How do you overcome fear of failure, or fear of success, or fear of fear itself? You step.
Whoa!
That's how you step into bravery.
Take the step. Step into bravery.
That's how you step into bravery.
Take the
step. You step.
Go.
You step.
You go.
You step.
You go.
You step.
You go.
You step.
You go. Oh.
How do you face the fear of the unknown? Step. Don't wait anymore. Don't think anymore. Don't plan anymore. Don't contemplate anymore. Don't make any more excuses or justifications. Don't rationalize anything else. No, and no. Instead, take action now. And what is the first action that you need to take? What's the first step you need to take?
The first step. You need to step into bravery.
That's how you step into bravery.
Take the step.
Step into bravery. That's how you step into bravery. Take the step.
Yo! Fried Frogs, says my only goal in this life is to achieve theosis. To be a good husband and a good father. Yo, that's the biggest flex on earth, right? Biggest flex on earth. If you're a man, children that look up to you, wife that trusts you.
Go get some.
Be careful where you aim at.
Happy Easter, black and blue ferns. Happy Easter, everybody.
Where you aim at.
Careful what you aim at.
When I started working on this problem, or I guess when it started working on me, was probably really in the mid-'80s. I found myself suffering from two things. One was a very lengthy sequence of nightmares of nuclear destruction. They're very affecting dreams. And associated with that was a sense of amazement that a dream that was that awful could reflect a reality that could be that awful. And an additional amazement at the fact that despite the production of tens and thousands of weapons of unimaginable destruction, that people could go about their day-to-day lives without acting as if anything fundamental whatsoever had changed. Now, I've never really been able to figure out why that disturbed me so much when it seemed to not disturb most of the people I knew. It doesn't really matter. I spent my whole life trying to understand what evil was, and more importantly, what might be done about it. Human existence consists of a confrontation between the finite and the infinite. The finite and the infinite. Human existence consists of a confrontation between the finite and the infinite. The finite and the infinite. Human existence consists of a confrontation between the finite and the infinite. The finite and the infinite. Human existence consists of a confrontation between the finite and the infinite. The finite and the infinite. Before you can dare to talk about something like evil, you should do some thinking about what it is that you're talking about. And I don't think you can talk about it at all until you distinguish it from tragedy. The nature of human being is such that it consists of a confrontation with the bounded finite with the unbounded infinite. That those are the bare facts of the matter. The world of experience as it presents itself to us is literally and not metaphorically complex beyond our capacity to understand. And that means people deal in a real sense, on an ongoing basis, with the infinite. That fact is the reason why religious experience is essentially endemic to mankind. It's a human universal, and it's not because people believe. Human existence consists of a confrontation between the finite and the infinite. The finite and the infinite. Human existence consists of a confrontation between the finite and the infinite. The finite and the infinite. Human existence consists of a confrontation between the finite and the infinite. The finite and the infinite. Human existence consists of a confrontation between the
finite
and the infinite. The finite and the infinite. And religious systems merely take that into account. Now, our finitude in the face of the infinite has some inevitable consequences. Those consequences are essentially the existential conditions of life. The finite is always overwhelmed by the infinite. It has to be, because it can't encapsulate it. And so what that means is the suffering is central to the nature of human existence.
Happy Easter, you beautiful things. Make some noise for yourself. We got to get out of here shortly, but we'll be back. We're gonna be we have 3 streams today. The Holy Trinity of Meaning Streams, as Tahani pointed out. Father, the Son, and the Holy Stream. Stream 1. Stream 2 will kick off at 3 ET. And Stream 4 will kick off at 8 ET. Stream 3. No, Stream 2 at 3. Stream 2 at 3 and Stream 3 at 8. Why is that so difficult to enunciate?
MEANINGWAVE.com. Because happiness is a side effect of meaning.
What's the prize, baby?
Akira.
One thing I wanted to say is, one thing I wanted to say is, don't be fooled by the internet. Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You're also the Matrix.
Hey.
You're also the Matrix. There's a war going on in the battlefield in the mind, and the prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. There's a war going on in the battlefield in the mind, and the prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. The prize is the soul.
MAZ, make some noise for Prince. Make some noise for Jesus.
There's a war going on in the battlefield in the mind, and the prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. The prize is the soul.
There's a war going on, the battlefield is the mind, the prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. The prize is the soul.
Be careful.
Be careful. Boom. Be careful. Be careful. That was one of them ones. I was like amazed at how it came out, just as I wished. Shouts out to Prince. You know, it's compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not who you were today. So I don't be comparing myself to other artists, but there's a few people that that inspire me on certain levels, and I look to as being sort of standards, and Prince is one of them, you know.
Meaning Wave. Life is as kind as you let it be.
Let's go!
Hey.
Yeah.
The body and his parts are a river. Everything is just an impression, said the cynic, and the response is obvious enough. But the point is a useful one, if you take it for what it's worth. Soul of man does violence to itself first, when it does its best to become an abscess, a kind of detached growth from the world. To be vexed by anything that happens, it's a kind of succession from nature, which compromises the nature of all things. Perfect. To be vexed by anything that happens, kind of succession from nature, and it compromises the nature of all things. The soul of man does violence to itself when it turns its back on another, or sets out to do harm, as the souls of the angry do. When overpowered by pleasure or pain, when it puts on a mask and does or says anything insincerely and untruly. When it allows its action and impulse to be without a purpose, to be random and disconnected. Even the smallest things ought to be directed towards a goal. Of a rational animal, follow the reason it already got. Duration, momentary, nature, changeable, perception, dim, condition of body, decaying, slow, spinning around, fortune, unpredictable, lasting fame, uncertain. The body and its parts are a river, soul is a dream and mist. Life is warfare and a journey far from home. After fame is oblivion. The body and its heart's a river. Soul is a dream and mist. Life is warfare and a journey far from home. After fame is oblivion.
Amazing. 14 hours left to Back Meditations Volume 2, the campaign we're crowdfunding to bring this record to the world, to make music videos for it, to do marketing for it, for me to travel to the USA and promote it on TV shows and podcasts and things of that nature. And on a stretch goal level, we're aiming at raising funds to tour and play shows. Bring Meaning Wave to you IRL. We've already hit 5 stretch goals. Well, 5 goals, 4 stretch goals, and a funding goal, I believe. Is that right? Math? 1, 2, 3, or is it 4? Whatever. We're close to our next one, which is Unlocking Wilma, and that puts us close to the one after that, which is unlocking a a never before heard song that languishes in the archives with William Shatner. There's a thing of great beauty and wonder. Back the campaign right now. Help make these things happen. Only you can save mankind. It is you that has the power. Link is in the description of the broadcast.
What can guide us? Only philosophy, which means keeping the demon in man, free from violence and unharmed. Superior to pleasure and pain, doing nothing without purpose. No hypocrisy, randomly or dishonestly, not dependent on any man, doing or not doing anything, except what's happening. I know there's a lot that is coming from thence, and above all that it accept death in a cheerful spirit. in a cheerful spirit. And it's nothing but the disillusion of that from what it is made. If it doesn't hurt the individual elements to change continually into each other, why are people afraid? Avoiding changing, separating, it's according to nature. And nothing's evil, it's according to nature. Nothing's evil, it's according to nature. The body and its parts are a river. The soul is a dream and mist. Life is warfare and a journey far from home. After fame is oblivion. The body and its parts are a river. The soul is a dream and mist. Life is warfare and a journey far from home. After fame is oblivion. Bless up, bless up, brothers and sisters. Thank you for being here. We've been here since 10 a.m. It is now 25 to 1 here where I am anyway. Time for me to go join wife and son for an Easter lunch, an egg hunt, and do some preparation for the next stream. We'll be back at 3 ET. That's basically 2 hours and 25 minutes from now. I'll set the next stream live ASAP. We'll see you there. Thank you for being here. Hit the like on the way out, leave a comment, go meaningwave.com, click my face, and go back that campaign while you may. Everyone who backs today gets that trading card. And helps bring Meaningwave to the world. Happy Easter, you beautiful things. Looking forward to seeing you very, 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 very soon. How about that? He is risen!
MEANINGWAVE.com. Because happiness is a side effect of meaning.